Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Gain of 5 brings up
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down now, it's Jones.
Ronald Jones, the ball.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. He's got Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. And he finds Gronk. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 25 yards that time. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many because once they get going, look out, things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career. And it's evident.
And
when
that's
you see that.
saying something.
That's saying something right there. But he's earned it.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Succop.
Makes the score.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cardinals nothing.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Here's Mickens to return. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Their own 38 yards.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brought him down. Brings up 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
For Tampa Bay.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25 yards.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Dancing to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Winfield Jr.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 32 yards. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
And the Cardinal 1st down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. He was covered by Antoine Winfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Cardinals.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 58 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first and goal, Drake. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Murray now, third and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 3 yards out. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, here's Fournette. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
59, Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got bang it up.
Throwing on first down is Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Slam.
To throw, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A nice gain at 21 yards.
At the 21-yard line. That's the end.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Brady on third down. To Evans on the slant. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They'll go with a big bang Fournette. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Get the right rule. Get the right rule. Mike, check. 59.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And this time he is in. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and...
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right, with this deficit this stage. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with third and 1.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
55-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Today's final score.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.